Vasco da Gama was the first European to sail around Africa to India. I was born sometime around 1460 in the Portuguese city of Sines. I came from a very noble family. Both of my grandfathers had been noblemen of the king's army. My father was a very noble man and a member of the king's court, and also commander of the soldiers who guarded the city of Sines. Because I came from a noble family, I had a chance to go to school. Even as a child, I wanted to be a sailor. When I first went to sea, I was at the age of 15. I was a very brave soul. I was a very brave and skillful sailor. These skills prepared me for a career at sea. I worked for many merchants. I soon became known as a fearless, strict leader. My first voyage was in July 1497. I left Portugal with 14 ships and 170 men. One of the ships was captained by my brother Paulo. We sailed south, far off the coast of Africa. We were out of sight for many days. Finally, in November, Vasco da Gama was the first European to sail around Africa to India. I was born sometime around 1460 in the Portuguese city of Sines. I came from a very noble family. Both of my grandfathers were soldiers of the king's army. My father was a member of the king's court and also the commander of the soldiers who guarded Sines. Because I came from a noble family, I had a chance to go to school. Even as a child, I wanted to be a soldier. First time I went out to sea was, age 15? Yeah. Age 15. I was very brave and a skillful sailor. These skills prepared me for a career at sea. I worked for many merchants. I soon became known for a fearless, strict leader. My first voyage was in July 1497. I left Portugal with 14 ships and 170 men. One of the ships was captained by my brother Paulo. We sailed south, far off the coast of Africa. We were out of sight for many days. Finally, in November, we rounded the Cape of Good Hope, which Dias had discovered. The expedition continued up into the east coast of Africa. We stopped at the cities of Monsbania and Maladia. These cities were major trading ports under Muslim control. Fighting broke out between my men and the Muslims rulers. Portugal wanted to control at least a portion of the trade coming from India. The Muslim rulers wanted to hold on to their control of trade. I had a fierce temper and could treat my enemies with great cruelty. I bombarded one part and took prisoners who were tortured and forced to reveal information. My second expedition, the expedition left the coast of Africa and headed for India. We landed on the west coast of India. And soon I became very ill and sick. I died on 1524, December 11th.